All right, y'all, my man got me on the grill tonight. He been teaching me how to use it. Let's see what I can burn up in the process. I'm putting some steaks on the grill. I felt like that would be the easiest thing since it doesn't take that long. We're gonna start off by seasoning with some garlic powder, some salt, some garlic butter, and of course I'm flipping it over and seasoning both sides. Then I'm gonna use some hot honey spice rub. And last but not least, this steakhouse marinade. It has to sit for about 30 minutes. I did this first before starting up the grill. We're gonna let that set, and then this is the hard part. Well, for me anyway. First things first, I had to start with some charcoal. My man said build a pyramid with it. I hated that charcoal getting on my fingers, and I hated lighting this up because do you know how scared I was? I was so scared I couldn't even put it on there right. It took me 3 tries and I was like, okay, look, you take it. I was not trying to burn my head off. Went back in and started on my sides. We're having grilled asparagus and homemade mashed potatoes. Seasoned my asparagus with everything that I seasoned my steak with. Then I put some red potatoes on the pot to boil. He was checking my grilling skills out. But here goes nothing. Man said, girl, if you don't season that steak. Yes, I was going too light-handed. Added some wood chips, smoked mesquite taste. There I go, dropping that rack again with my scary tail. Lined the steaks up in the middle of the fire. Those on for 6 minutes on each side. And then I also added my asparagus, which I forgot to add olive oil to, so I did that. When I say I was running around, y'all, I was running around so crazy because I did not want nothing to burn. But when I realized them steaks was dripping juice, honey, I said, oh yeah, I'm on to something. I let the asparagus cook, and then I put some grated Parmesan on top. And honestly, cooking on the grill was not as hard as I thought. It was just the starting the grill up. Put my potatoes off the stove, and I let those cool while I got the asparagus off the grill. Oh, one other thing that I forgot to say, that smoke is crazy. I was choking, my eyes was burning, everything. But the hard part was over once the asparagus was off the grill. Added garlic butter to it to let it sit on there, and then I started mashing up my potatoes. I added heavy whipping cream, some sharp cheese, some grated Parmesan, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, some salt, some black pepper. And I also added that garlic butter because this is just so good. And finally, after about an hour and a half of cooking, I'm ready to plate our food. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I made some chimichurri to go on top of the steaks, honey. Okay, I feel like I was getting real fancy. I can't believe I made all of this on the grill. When I tell y'all, it was so good and juicy. That's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.